Hello, my wonderful doll-loving friends. I'm Annie from Annie's Playhouse. Well, if you're wondering why I'm all bundled up in spring, I know the calendar says it's the middle of May and it's supposed to be spring, but apparently the weather here in Maine where I live has not gotten the memo. Because it's cold and rainy. Oh my goodness. It's been raining like for, I think the whole month of May and I think April too. Anyway, today we are going to celebrate MerMay. So if you're not familiar, I don't know if you're on Instagram or not, but the doll community in Instagram celebrates May with what we call MerMay, which means, May filled with mermaids. And a lot of the doll collectors really love this month and do wonderful and creative dioramas with shots under the sea. They do different challenges and we all just try to rise to the occasion and have some fun with May. I guess it's probably a good idea in this icky rainy weather that we do make as much fun as we can. So today we are building an underwater diorama. And as you can see behind me, I have a really nice backdrop and if you are just taking photographs, you can use something much smaller, of course, but I need this space for my videos. And it also gives me a lot of options because I can photograph anywhere around the area that I want for my Instagram photos. But anyway, so far I have put my backdrop down. Of course, I had to iron it. It cracks me up because we don't really iron clothes anymore like we used to back in the day. I mean, really on a rare occasion, but I iron for my dolls all the time. It's insane. So this time I didn't use the steam iron. I actually laid it down because I had this flat surface, and I laid it down and ironed it with a regular iron this time. So then I also put down this old vinyl tablecloth I had that I used for like a painting drop cloth or something sometimes. But I put this down to protect the surface of the table underneath because I'm going to be putting down kinetic sand, okay? So that's what I'm going to do now. So just a few more little tips about the backdrop idea. If you have a smaller space, which most doll collectors are always pressed for space. This is a new kind of thing I have for the past few years, but during my whole life, I've been very limited in space for my Barbies in my collection. So anyway, one good thing, you can order from Amazon or go to a pet store and get backdrops for aquariums. And that also makes a really great little backdrop. So they come in all sizes and prices and different colors. And then some doll collectors just use scrapbook paper, and then you can put a lot of things in front of it to cover like any lines or anything like that. So there's a variety of things you can use. Now the same thing goes for the sand in front of the backdrop. So I like using kinetic sand. This is just called beach sand, and the reason I like it is because it's much more containable. It doesn't, I don't get it all over the floor like if I used regular sand, it would make a huge mess. And this is very easy to clean up. It is expensive, but I use it year after year, so it makes sense for me. It never dries out, and it's always very pliable. The other thing is, too, I have sand scrapbooking paper, and I've used that before for, like, just small Instagram photos. So you can do a very simple setup for photographs if you want to. It doesn't have to be as elaborate as what I'm about to do, but I know you enjoy this process, so I'm going to show you. But you can do it at your place if you don't have this much space with just a few items. Okay, so now I'm going to put down the kinetic sand, and this I just press down with my fingers. Woo! So it actually holds its shape really well. It's kind of interesting. So I'm going to do the bulk of this off camera because it's just kind of more of the same, like pressing out sand. And then when I finish, I'll bring you back. Okay, so now I have spread out my sand, all of my kinetic sand, and then what I do next is I take a nice rolling pin and I try to smooth it out a little bit. Now, of course, you know, sand on a beach isn't always really smooth, but I can add texture to it later. But right now, I'm just trying to get it even so I have something to work with. And okay, that's pretty good right there. Okay, so I'm going to sit down now and we're going to develop this area. Okay, so here we are with the kinetic sand in the backdrop. So the first thing that caught my eye was this fish that's a little bit oversized for my 1/6 scale. So I'm going to cover that right up so I don't have to worry about it. I love this large piece of slate. It's really good for areas like that. There's still a little fish there, but that's not too big. And I might put a plant there. So sometimes this is good. Sometimes this is nice to have as a surface, you know, on the ground itself. And then I could use this rock here. This one might be a little bit more realistic looking. I use this one sometimes in dioramas as a mountain in the background. It works really well, but often I like it on the ocean floor maybe. So we'll see about this one. But I do have a really big one I want to add because the mermaids need someplace to sit. So I have this really big rock that I got from my, just outside my house. So I'm going to go ahead and place that over here because I know that that's a nice place for the mermaids to sit. And then I'm going to put this one back here. Okay, kind of push it into the sand. And then just to sort of tie the two rocks together, I'm adding that one. So this will be sort of my focal point, I think, where the mermaids are probably going to be. And there's just a few more rocks. This was kind of a cool one that fits nicely in there. And let's see, this one could just sit somewhere. Okay, and let's see, this one's kind of a rough one that's kind of cool. So I think that's good for rocks for now. I also do have a really large, this is an oversized shell that sometimes I use for the mermaids to sit on, but I think I'm not going to use it in this scene right this minute, but that is certainly another option. And then next I'm going to add a couple of large seashells. So I use the same method that I use for, you know, any of the outdoor dioramas where I build layers. And I seem to get pretty realistic results doing that, where I add the larger things and then start adding smaller things. So I try to, oh, the kids must have painted on this one. I try to, well, that must have been a delicious steamer at one point. Yeah, here's another one. We sometimes paint seashells. I try to make things look like it naturally fell into place. And I do make it a point to collect as many of these pretty little seashells I can and just sort of drop them on as they might have fallen naturally on the seafloor. And sometimes you get these pretty, you know, rocks. This is a kind of pretty gem that would be fun to put in. And we've got some scallop shells. If you live near water like I do, sometimes you can just, it's easier to collect these, but sometimes souvenir shops will have shells. I think you can probably buy them online these days like everything else. And like, yeah, just kind of pop them here and there. And then if you can find any sort of barnacle kind of looking things, they really can add a lot of realism to a scene like this. And these are kind of cool, like the sea snails. So my grandson, Aiden, is here, and he wants to help put some of the seashells down. So, yeah, did you notice this, Aiden?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not visible on camera, though, so it's not a problem. Here, you can put these down, okay?
Okay.
Here you go.
I just found this cool.
Yeah, you can put that one down. That one's not all that natural because it got cut in, cut by humans, but it's still very cool looking. And it's kind of a fantasy diorama anyway.
Ooh, wow, this one actually does look pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. I don't know. Let's
place
show
one
the camera. I'm not sure what kind of a seashell this is. I think it's super, super, super cool.
I think I should put it up on this rock.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's a nice
Oh no,
idea.
kinetic sand fell into my foot.
Okay, that's a nice idea to put it on the rock.
Sand.
Okay, here's a few more, Aiden, that you can put down. And I'm going to put this one right here.
Also put this one on top of the rock.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
Do you think there should be some on top of the rock?
Well, there's going to be a mermaid there, so...
Yeah, I just thought there should be some of
yeah,
those.
so just work on that area. I think that's probably better. And then these are super cool because they have sort of like a mother of pearl interior. So these are very, very cool. I really like those. All right, so next will be the plants. Oops, I dropped a rock. Let's see, if you want to put this rock somewhere, Aiden, you can do that. And then the one I dropped is kind of cool, but I don't know if we can reach it. So I keep a bag of these sort of...
Wait, where did you drop it?
I think it's under my chair. These underwater plants. Whoops.
Oh.
They're made for aquariums, but they really are nice in these scenes. So here again, I pull out the biggest ones first. Now, these are kind of funny because they look really cool in an aquarium because they're so light, but they don't stand up as well in dioramas, but they are still pretty cool to have. So the bigger ones usually go in the back, and then these smaller ones.
Like coming out of there, that would look pretty cool. Actually, look.
Well, I want that to show though, because it is super, super, super cool. But kind of put the bigger ones in the back. Here's a nice big one.
Ooh, wow, this one.
But like we want to put it somewhere around here where it shows, like right there. I can move this and make room for that. That's really cool. And see, it blends in with the background a little bit. And let's see. Oh, this is a real nice one too.
This one's missing the part that it sits on.
Yeah, you could still stick it into the sand though. And then these two look like they kind of, oh, I must have done that. I wired them together for some reason, so I must have had a reason. I'm going to try to put it in here between these rocks.
This little one could go here, right?
That looks great there. It really does.
I don't know what to do with this one. Maybe put it in the back.
Well, just like we need some little
oh
ones
wait,
up
yeah,
front.
that looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's I think I put it in a good place.
Okay.
Let me just go over to where.
Here, do you want me to hand you some more?
Yep.
Okay,
Lots.
here's a couple cool ones.
Thank you.
And just kind of imagine.
This one doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Just kind of imagine what these plants would look like underwater, like under the sea. And then try to cover up that part that shows, the root part. See, like this one doesn't really have any roots, so I'm just going to sort of tuck it in, and the shells will help hold it up. And see how that scene's already coming alive? It's really, really cool. These are just such fun dioramas to build.
Yeah, this is pretty
Yeah,
fun.
and then
Sorry,
sometimes
I may have accidentally bumped it a little bit, sorry.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Aiden is...
Like might want to add this one too.
Okay,
a little bit to
add
the
it over
side.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yours looks like it should have lots of purple on that side.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of purple. Okay, and then this one can come here. You know, Aiden, Papa Jim used to be a skin diver. He was an expert at going underwater with, the devices that they use to breathe underwater, oxygen tanks and stuff. And he used to teach underwater safety.
Michael, look! I figured that out to make it perfect.
Oh, that's nice. Here, I'm going to show the viewers on the camera, okay? Aiden, I'm going to move it so they
I'm
can
gonna walk
see it.
a little bit farther.
See what Aiden did? He was able to bury that really nicely so it doesn't show. Very nice job, Aiden. I like it. All right. And here,
I found a plant that fell.
okay, and here's another one. If you could bury that back there, it would be cool. Okay. These are kind of sweet. I mean, in the tropical waters, all kinds of cool plants grow under the sea. I wish I had more coral, and we could build a coral reef. But I
Right
don't...
there's a perfect place for that
Oh,
one.
yes,
Like
that
sort of
looks
like it's
good.
growing, like out of the shell or something.
Mm-hmm. That looks really good.
It looks like there should be one. right
Okay, that's a nice idea.
I'm making it so that the camera can't see the bottom part, but if you look from a different area,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
see
you
the
can actually take a little bit of sand from that corner that's not going to show on camera, and you can use that to pat it around it if you want.
This one kind of needs a little bit of padding.
Okay, I think we have a good amount of plants here. Maybe we'll add some more over here, because I think the camera might see some
Let
of
me
this.
see if it shows. No, I don't think it shows.
Yeah, some
over
of this it does. See my finger?
Oh, yeah, I see.
So I'm going to put some over here. But I'm not sure yet what the scene is going to be around. I have to look on the computer and see what the challenges are. They do challenges on Instagram, and they give you like a prompt or like a theme. And we're going to try to match some of these to our theme. Ooh, this is a cool one.
It's attacking you. This one's really crazy.
Okay, I do like these sort of feathery ones, or they're like grasses. They're kind of cool,
Yeah.
but they don't stand up. Like, I probably should add some wires to some of them. I could do that, like very thin wire. I could glue on it, and that way I could make it stand up. That would be cool.
Look, do you think I buried that pretty well too?
Yes, you did.
From the camera angle?
Nice. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep, you can
It looks really good.
see it.
Yeah, well, that's part of the point, is to make it look so natural that it kind of blends in and you don't really see it that well. You just see it a little bit, just enough to make it interesting.
Michael, look, I figured out how to get it a little bit more like this. The waves are blowing it around.
Yeah, you did. That's really nice.
And like these two are attacking each other.
Yeah.
It's attacking too. The same.
Here's another cool one. A little bit better.
Oh, right here's a good place.
Yep.
Oh, it hit one of these rocks. Oh no, collapsed.
It collapsed. You can add a little more sand to it to give it a little bit of
this one
strength.
definitely needs.
And then we just need to smooth it around all the bottom. So,
Yeah,
I need a
like
little
it
more
doesn't
sand.
look like there's fingerprints
Exactly.
in it. And it looks like exactly like that. Like
Yep.
exactly like not like everything that.
Yeah.
That does. That does not look normal. Oh no! Somebody buried this one. Took this one out.
Okay, oh, I need a little bit of that sand.
Yep, from the non-normal area.
Yeah, I'm going to cover these guys up a little bit back here. Okay, so Aiden, what's missing from this scene?
Mermaid.
Mermaid!
Wait! I have something that I think is missing from the scene.
What?
Like more stuff here and like there. Like
Well,
more
it's okay
stuff.
to have, yeah, it's okay to have some bare spots. I think that adds a little interest.
Oh my god, do you want me to bury that one?
Yeah, sure.
That I have a good I have some good places.
And we can add a couple more seashells. That would make it a little more realistic, Aiden, if we
How
added
are we going to do the texture though?
the texture. Well, I don't think it
Like,
really needs
I
anymore.
think it does.
I think right here I'm going to just smooth this out.
I think I need to do one of my ideas of the texture.
Okay. So Aiden wants to
Yeah.
create some texture with a smooth ball over there. So that's nice.
See what it kind of
Yeah,
does?
that is nice. Uh-huh. And I'll just pat these down a little bit
Oh
more.
no, I accidentally did a little. Yeah, that's
Sorry, I think I disrupted your little planting over here. Okay. And then we can also put a few seashells because all our shells are in the back now. And, you know, in real life, there would be some up front too. Okay. Let's see, I think we could use a shell. Oh, this is a cool one. I like that one. Could use a shell over there. And maybe one leaning up against it. Okay, and I think I'm out of shells. So we're gonna get some mermaids now, and then finish up the scene. And I'm gonna look up the challenges, see which challenge we can join. So I printed out a list of some mermaid challenges. This particular challenge is hosted by My Plastic Life on Instagram. And so she changes every few days. There's a new challenge. So I'm taping this on the 15th, on Friday the 15th. And this one is Feeling Nautical. So it's like nautical. So feeling nautical, but nautical. But she had some other fun ones. And coming up, we have a shark and an aquarium and surfing the net, a lagoon. Fish are friends, not food, sunken ship. I mean, there's a lot of really cute ideas. So what I thought I would do for this particular one, I picked a beautiful doll that has really long hair. I thought she would make a nice mermaid. And then I have a really nice bag of different mermaid outfits that I've collected through the years. And I picked this one. I hope this fits her. It sort of looks a little bit big, like it may be for the curvies, but I hope it fits her. So we're going to find out, and because she's made to move, I can push her toes down like this so she'll fit right in. Oh, maybe if it sort of sits on her hips. Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, I guess it's fine. I don't know why it looked kind of big to me. But and then it looks like the last time I used it, I put a little elastic on it for some reason. I don't know why. Let's remove that. So I'm going to close that back on her. And then, I probably wanted it to sit a certain way on the bottom. That's probably why I put the elastic on there. And then there's a little bra over here. This actually went with something else, but I think it'll look really cute with this tail. Yes, you're going to be my beautiful mermaid in this scene. This is one of the Looks dolls. She's absolutely stunning, this one. Actually, I believe she was Looks Model 1. I think she might have been the first one. Yeah, I think she is. Okay, now it's weird because this seems like it's a little tight. Wow, that's too bad because this is a really cute top. So you know what, I'm going to kind of tape that on her. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I was able to get that on her. Now there's a cool trick I'm going to show you that I discovered last year. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. You know how when we want to make the mermaids look like their hair's flying in the, or moving around in the waves? One really cool trick is to take some tape. This is like painter's tape. And I just taped her hair up like this, in this up fashion. Now I hope it works. It worked last year. It looked really, really cool. People were like, how did you do that? I think at the, my closeout photos, I think I'm going to try to find some photos from last year because I had some really cool ones. And it might be fun to revisit those. So it may work, it may not work. So I'm going to make it look like she found some treasure. And she's kind of like, whoa, look what I found. So let's see if we can make her hair fly around a little bit. And I'm going to make this hand go up on her mouth like, oh, should I steal this treasure or should I not? Because she's supposed to be a little bit naughty. Well, the hair thing's not working really well right now, but I think it's kind of one of those things that you have to take your time with, or maybe I just got lucky last time I did it, because it looked really, really cool. And then I want you looking down, because I'm going to put the treasure right here. And let's move that down a little bit. There we go. And then her tail needs to be adjusted. See if we can get her into a realistic pose. And so I have this little treasure chest that I just put some filler in, and this little necklace from Mardi Gras, which looks like it's full of coins. So I think I'm going to just fit it into the scene over here. And maybe we'll put her arm on it, like she just maybe just opened it. Yeah, her hair is not going to cooperate in the way I wanted, but it still looks cool. She has great hair. All right, I think that's my shot right there. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. See what you think. There we go. It's cute. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this little diorama build for the mermaids for the month of MerMay. So, thanks again. Please take care of yourself and those you love. Enjoy your hobby, and I send you my love.